This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, starting at verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. U.S. isn't prepared for Russia. China challenges of 2023. Shalom, Yeshua. Peace, Israel. Call HALALYAM law. ALAHAYANAWA ABANAWA. YAHAWAH BAHASHAM. YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM. RAWCHAA QADASH. I'm the BARAK from the camp province of Babylon, down here in Tampa, Florida, coming at you with another hit through the spirit and power of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. I would like to go on and give double honors to the head elders and apostles, a great millstone that taught us his truth and rule well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace, blessing, love, health, and witness, and all salutation to the hopeful alike, the house of David that is scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth, that are laboring in his truth with all sincerity. Shalom. Straight to the point, let's get to the lesson. Bring it back out that precept that we brought it in the beginning. We'll bring it back out for edification's sake. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, starting at verse 10, and it reads, Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Right. And why is that? Because as you notice, if you've been watching, and you've been hearing, and you've been tuning in, all right, we are literally in DEFCON 2, which is meaning that we are on the brinks of World War III, all right? World War III is literally here. They're going to be starting to get ready to do a draft and everything soon, all right? And all of these other nations are getting themselves gathered up and ready, all right? And that's why the scripture said to let the weak say I am strong, okay? And that's because of why all of these other nations at one point in time didn't have nuclear missiles. And now they have nuclear missiles. And as you heard, I also read the title of an article that I'm going to read, and then I'm going to post the link to the article in the description box for you brothers and you sisters to read and be edified unto it. All right, so let's bring back out this pre-sub, and then I'm going to read the article a little bit, and then Lord willing, we'll grab some pre-subs and it'll be edifying unto you. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, starting at verse 10, and it reads, it says, Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Right, because at one point in time when they would go to war, excuse me, in the ancient times, in the old times, they would go to war with spears, all right? They would go to war with hooks. They would go to war with shields. They would go to war with helmets. And now they have, the scriptures talked about, it says, I've created the smith that, let's grab it, right? Matter of fact, Salakia, bear with me. Isaiah 54 and verse 16, it says, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Right, and what is that waster to destroy? That waster to be destroyed is those ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man. Those intercontinental ballistic missiles that will be shot from one end of the earth to the other, man. Which will be who? Which will, when Russia and all of their allies, China, Iran, and so forth, that brought up that Salakia, which brought me back to the pre-sub in the beginning. I read the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. Okay, let the weak say I am strong. All of these other small nations at one point in time didn't have nuclear missiles, and now they have nuclear missiles, and they're arming themselves to do what? All right, to get ready to shoot over here in America, man. Okay, so let's read a little bit of this article. It says, U.S. isn't prepared for Russia. China challenges of 2023. It says, Thomas Hobbes asserted that without government, life would be solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short. But ironically, even with government, similar terms still might apply today. That is sadly true in America. About 3/4 of America see the country headed in the wrong direction, and an equal proportion report that they are dissatisfied with their lives. Right, man. It said what? It said, so like it, that 3/4 of Americans, right, man, 3/4 of Americans see that this place is going into a full-blown destruction. Okay. United States is no longer the place that you would want to live and call this place an American dream, man. Okay, Babylon is falling, man. Okay, it is falling, and it's going to fall hard, and it's going to be made desolate, just like the Lord overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. He's going to overthrow Babylon the Great, man. Okay, this whore that sits on many waters is no longer going to be sitting on many waters. This whore is about to be flipped and turned upside down and turned into a pillar of salt, man. Okay, I can't wait, man. To buy a ball DTA soon, man. Let's continue reading on, and then we go grab some pre-subs. So like it says, this bleakness is reflected in how numerous foreign capitals view America, with the war in Ukraine. NATO and other European allies are the moment in agreement in reversing Russia aggression. However, that the same favorability and support are far from global in terms of population. A significant majority tends to side with Russia and China over the West. It says, and societal analyst is telling South Africa's Navy is exercising with Russia and China's off its coast North African states from Algeria to Egypt are buying Russia's oil despite the boycotts and sanctions, and history also counts. Right, man. You see? So this place, America, is falling. So now you got all of these other nations that's no longer buying oil. And then I want to say a couple months back, Saudi Arabia had just signed a big major oil deal with Russia, man. Okay, so now nobody is no longer wanting to deal with America. So that goes to also show you that this place is falling, man. Let's read. Let's go down to back to Joel, the 3rd chapter, and verse 11. Assemble yourself and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourself together round about thither, cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. In the valley of Jehoshaphat, in the Hebrew, which would be Yahawah, which is the Lord's judgment, man. Okay, so all of these other nations are gathering themselves to do what? And you know what's crazy too, man, that's in the spirit? Real quick. Yahawashi blessed Esau with the sword, and Esau is about to destroy his own self with his own sword, man. Bro, the Lord is something serious, man. Let's grab this precept here. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 14. Put yourself in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord Yahawah, man. Okay, so all of these other nations are about to get themselves around about to do what? To shoot their arrows, which those arrows will be what? Those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay, those ICBM thermonuclear missiles, man. All right, and you just heard what it said with all of these other allies of Russia. They're getting to turn themselves away from Babylon, man. Okay, that goes to show you that once again, that World War III is biblical, and all of these other nations are going to shoot their missiles over here, man. 200 million nuclear missiles are prophesied to hit Babylon. Let's grab that. Let's go to the book of Revelations, the 9th chapter, real quick. All right. We ain't gonna make this too much longer, man. We just going in the spirit. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 9 and verse 16. And it reads, and the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000. And I heard the number of them. Right. So John the Revelator, he's revealing what he's seen in his vision, man. Because revelation means to what? To reveal. And in his vision, he's seen 200,000 nuclear missiles, man. Okay, because back in the day, they couldn't necessarily, he couldn't necessarily interpret it he interpreted to the best of his ability of what he's seen in his vision, man. And in his vision, he's seen 200,000. And when you times that, that's 200 million nuclear missiles prophesied to hit this place. And this was written over 2,000 years ago, man. Let's grab this. Let's go to the book of Revelations, the 11th chapter. All right. No, Salakia. Not Revelations 11. Salakia. It was Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly, man. And those woes goes into the world wars, man. All right, World War I is already passed. World War II is already passed, and now here's World War III. And World War III is going to lead in what? Ultimate destruction of Babylon, man. All right, I'm gonna read a couple more of this article and grab one more precept, and we'll close it out. And it says, perhaps the Vietnam War has been forgotten. However, U.S. interventions into Iraq twice, Afghanistan, Libya, and even Ukraine, along with European colonialism, have not. Too often, America is seen as an arrogant, aloft, and unwilling to listen, man. You see that? Let's read that back. It says, too often, America is seen as arrogant, aloft, unwilling to listen. Let's grab this, man. Let's go to the book of Nahum. Man. Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not, man. Woe to the bloody city. What is that bloody city, man? That bloody city is Babylon, because this place was built on what? Nothing but rape, lies, robbery, the backs of the Israelites, okay? These devils must go, man. They have to go. If Esau continue to rule, man, we'll be eating fucking bugs and be trying to live underneath water, fuck around with dumbass Esau, man. You see, this place has to go. Scriptures talk about when the wicked is in authority, the people mourn. But when the righteous is in authority, the people rejoice, man. We're looking for a righteous kingdom. And if you can't see that, and if you're not looking for a righteous kingdom, a kingdom to be ruled in righteousness, where you can go outside and actually taste the air, you can actually dive into the water and see the bottom of the water, you can actually live comfortably, all right? If you're not ready for that, then go ahead and stay in Babylon, man, and just be destroyed, man. You see? Reading on, it says, they criticize them beyond America's borders are reflected in the unprecedented political, social, culture, ideological, and economic divisions from within. Virtually every issue is deeply politicized between Democrats and Republicans. Last weekend, one of the Department of Energy labs released a report that concluded the C-19V likely came from China's biological resource facility in Wuhan. But yeah, man, that's the point on that, man. You see? So once again, World War III is biblical, all right? If you're not serving YAHAWASHI, if you're not trying to serve YAHAWASHI, if you're not seeking to serve YAHAWASHI, you will die here. Lord willing, this video was edifying. If it was edifying to you, to be edifying unto the elect. I'm going to close out and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, and double honors to the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and rule well. Shalom.